Are you testing or are you actually on?
So what were you telling me?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Going to rehab?
No.
Got a little problem there?
No, I'm doing.
Got a little drug addiction?
I'm fine.
Just a little problem?
Look, man, it hurts. I gotta take this fucking stuff.
What just happens?
It.
Yeah. So
I got it under control. I'm fine.
You're good, and you're gonna just have this problem, and then you're just gonna leave me behind?
No.
You're just gonna leave?
No.
Just like that?
Yeah, maybe I will.
You know what? You know what? All of a sudden, Joe wakes up. It's the next morning. He looks around. He's tied into a bed. And all of a sudden, he looks at his feet, and he sees a log kind of stacked against his ankle. And then he looks to the door, and who does he see? But me, standing there with a sledgehammer. Spooky episode.
What, is this Misery? Is that what this is?
No. That was just me opening the episode. Welcome, people. You know, I got to keep it playing because that's just so good. Welcome to the Halloween episode being sponsored by Crooked Lizard Studios.
Sponsored.
I don't know what to say. Wait, I wanted to film. I wanted to do this on Halloween, but I was listening to a podcast I listened to, and I'm like, wait a minute, today's the day before Halloween, and theirs is already up. And I was like, what's the point of having a Halloween episode if no one can hear it before, Halloween? So, here we are. Kind of rushed in. We got it going, though. It's here. It's ready to go. I got a whole bunch of crap we want to talk about. We have an interesting show. This is the first time we're, our original plans of how we do the bets and everything, because this might just be a special this week. This might not be an original Dodge It, Joe. This might just be the Halloween special.
Okay. So this is something extra.
Yeah, something.
This is a gift to our devoted and quite large mass audience.
Oh yeah, our billions
on the YouTube
in New Zealand.
On the internet.
I heard they're big out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. So like one person from New Zealand, huh?
Yeah, just one out there, and
couple back in the States.
Don't bring me to this depression. It makes me just want to. Welcome to this Halloween special, and it is a fun Halloween. It has been just like, it looks like today looked like it did at Valley Scare, didn't it? Just foggy as can be.
Yeah, no, this would have been a good Halloween.
I know this would have been great, but tomorrow's got to be Halloween, and of course it's probably gonna snow. 3 feet, so everyone's going to be shoveling.
Or it'll be sunny or something.
And little Timmy's going to go out, dressed up as a mummy, and then he's going to get, stuck out in the snowstorm and unfortunately die by a snowplow on Halloween night. How tragic.
That's kind of scary.
Poor Timmy. That's how we roll, though. We are spooky. This is a spooky time. Little Timmy dies. What do we do? The death of little Timmy. Okay, but seriously though. So I have some categories here, Joe, that I actually have been working on. I don't know how long this is going to be, but I'm planning on going on for a little bit. It might be a little bit longer. Hell, it might be shorter. Who knows? We never know. But first, I want to ask you one thing. Well, first, let me say, this is what we're going to go through. We're going to do some memories about Halloween. Then we're going to talk about some Halloween stories. Then we're going to talk about some Halloween movies that we like. Then we're going to get to the big thing, which is our favorite scary movie characters. Monsters, I mean. From horror films or not. I like that. Favorite scary movie characters / monsters, horror or not? Very, very basic. So you have a variety of things you can choose from. It doesn't have to just be from a horror film. I had to do that because Joe doesn't watch no horror films. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't watch a lot of horror films either, but I love Halloween. I've always have. But first, before we get to any of that, I want to ask, Joe, how are you doing? How's the therapy going?
Therapy's going good.
It's going good.
It's going good. I'm 3 days sober now.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
days.
3 days. So
Mm-hmm. How's that therapist guy who ran over his kid? I think he starred on Breaking Bad too. Yeah. Did Jesse Pinkman sell you meth too?
yeah, that was my main. Yeah, But-
Terrible that he did that when you were in therapy. I mean, unbelievable.
yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
What do we? Okay. How about you?
Well, no. Seriously
no.
though, how was your week? How was your week?
It blew.
It blew.
I don't know. It was a week.
Yesterday
Yeah.
kinda sucked for me, they say, but I tried to make it okay. But it was kind of sucky. Yeah, why did it blow?
Well, I guess it wasn't that bad. Never mind. What'd you do?
Sorry. What did I do?
Yeah.
Dude, I went to the moon and I came back. And no, I'm just kidding. We still have to go see Gravity. That's right. Actually, I figured out that we can get into Gravity. It's a fact now. We can get in for free, and we can see it at an IMAX theater
Why?
because my girlfriend's awesome.
Well, she's gonna pay.
Yep.
She's not gonna pay for me.
Yeah, she's gonna pay for you
Why?
because she has a little gift card that she
Oh,
got.
So
So yeah.
it's free for all of us then.
It's free for all of us.
Oh, well, that's good.
Freedom for all. Eternity for all. Freedom. I don't know where I'm going. Well, actually, what did I do this week? I was busy. I actually worked on I worked on 2 films actually in film school. Because I was lucky to have this. I'm not going to give out complete names because I actually don't remember his last name, but his name starts with a C. Mr. C. Just ran into me at school and he offered me. First, he's like, "Hey, do you want to be a PA?" And I was like, Sure, why not?" Because the main thing about the movie business is it's all about networking. That's what I figured out. Like, you could go to Hollywood or LA and you could be successful in the way of and not know anything if you just, went from the bottom and tried to go up, try to meet as many people as you can. You can't go and what I'm finding out is you can't go with your talent and be like, I'm already very talented and just throw yourself out there because you'll never get seen. You have to meet people and you got to build yourself up until they discover your talent. But anyway, I actually worked on a few films. The first one I just did one night, which was kind of cool. It was at this cafe called the Boiler Room, and it was interesting. The second night, actually the next 2 days, I worked on this thing called the Box Office.
What were you doing at these?
Well, for the first night, I was just following the producer around, and I was being his PA. And what I would do is, since I was kind of a little nervous, but I was pretty open with him. He's a cool guy. And what I'd do is I'd follow behind people. I followed behind him, and let's say the owner of the store, they left. So it was just this film crew there, and they said, "I don't want you guys doing this. I don't want you can't," even though it gets super hot in that cafe called the Boiler Room. That's what it's called, actually. But it gets super hot in there, but they said you can't prop the door open. So if the door was propped, because the crew constantly kept propping it, I'd go up to the producer and be like, "Hey, that door is it's propped open. I don't know what you think about it, but she said you can't. Your call." That's all I'd do. That's what I did, and he said it was pretty helpful with that.
What is a PA?
A private assistant.
So what do you do?
Well, if like they wanted waters,
Oh,
and stuff like that. I'd go get the waters. If they wanted food, if they wanted someone to go pick up food, I'd take the money, and then I'd go and pick up food.
they're putting on a show.
Mhm.
It's like an acting thing.
It's a movie. It's a film.
Oh, they're filming.
They're making a movie.
So there's times when they're sitting on the sidelines where they're okay.
Well, it's like,
you're
let's
filming,
say
you're
it's like
filming.
lunch
Okay.
is coming up, and they're like, Peter, go here's $50 that everyone threw into the pot. Drive out to Arby's and get everyone lunch. That would be my job.
Okay, yeah.
But what happened was I was supposed to do that exact same thing for this thing called the box office, where it's basically a corporate thing, so everyone's wearing suits and ties, but I just wore a suit and tie there just in case. Just in case if they needed another actor by chance.
Oh.
And it turned out that they did. And I actually it was funny because I went from PA, I went to the prop master, and then I turned into being, I didn't say any lines because they already had the lines read off, but I just had to act out the motions of the main bad guy. So I was the villain in the entire film, which was fantastic. It was awesome.
So this is how you're gonna climb your way up. You're not gonna be a filmmaker. Well, you will, but you'll be like another Hollywood actor. Peter.
No,
What's your stage name gonna be? You gotta have a stage name.
Peter?
Peter. Oh, come on. That's your real name.
The funny thing is that
Real
my
name.
oh shit. God damn it, we did it again.
Oh yeah.
The funny thing is my Facebook page starts with my middle name. So that's what the director kept calling me.
Oh,
Yeah, he kept calling me
your name will be. No.
No, shit. I did it again.
No.
God.
What's your last? What's your?
My last name's
I don't know.
I don't.
Something with an M.
Malacaster.
Yeah.
Malacaster.
You know, something
Irvin
ridiculous. Like, yeah, something
Irvin
ridiculous.
Malacaster.
Yeah.
I could see that. That would be awesome. But nah. I'm just working my way up. But that was what I did this week. So that was pretty cool. All that was very fun. It was all very cool. But Joe. We can't dwell too much on that because we have to jump into the important thing, which is Halloween. Ooh. Ow. Are you excited for Halloween?
Yeah.
I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday, actually.
Me too.
Actually, you know what? Christmas, I get free presents. So it's my second favorite holiday.
Christmas was the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So
Well, then again,
that's my
Thanksgiving,
favorite one.
I get a really big free meal. It's my third favorite holiday. Well, wait a minute. Easter, sometimes I get that. It's my fourth favorite holiday.
You sound like that fat guy from The Office. You know what I'm talking about? Do you ever watch? You never watched The Office?
Yeah, I know it. Is it the bald guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, actually,
Actually,
my fourth favorite holiday.
it's my fourth favorite holiday.
Wait a minute. You know?
No, but let's jump into this first category though, since we can, since we have to be here, since we have to jump in. So now we are jumping into the Halloween memories. You're sitting there laughing.
Okay.
I don't know. I found all these sound buttons. What is this? Come on. Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah. And I'm gonna ask you first. What are your favorite Halloween memories, Joe?
Let me think. Wow. I have this. Mine are all gonna be like bad ones, but I had one where I was. I can't remember what I was, but I was trick or treating, and my dad was taking me and my sister around. Remember Sam and Jake, Sam's mom.
Okay.
They're on the same street, and this is back when I'm still going to school with Jake. And
You're just doing it on purpose.
oh, I'm sorry,
Jake.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Anyway, I remember like Jake yelled something at me, and oh, I'm sorry. He yelled something at me, and then I yelled back, and I yelled something back like really loud, and I think it was like, "Yeah, well, you're a little brat" or something like that. It was like the stupidest thing, but I remember that, and then there were all these adults standing around, so they all started laughing, and I don't know. It was a little embarrassing. Then,
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
That was it?
No. Well,
Holy shit.
what is that?
That was awesome. That was a great story.
It was totally lame. But what about we'll bounce back and forth. No, you take it. Go.
Okay. Well, I actually have a few here. That don't have to deal with my stories yet, but
What?
here's one. I worked at a Halloween haunted house once. Like, has anyone ever gone through a haunted house? And it was a great experience until the last day. I think it was Halloween night, and then I never did it again. Because have you ever gone through a haunted house and then you're walking over and you walk over this plexiglass and there's that guy on the bottom who's like, "Ah, help me!" Right? You know that guy?
Yeah.
He's under the glass, and he's banging on the glass.
Yeah.
So you walk over him. I was that guy. Well, everyone was so excited after it was Halloween, and when the place closed, I think it closed around 11 or 12, one of the two. And they closed up, and everyone left. And I was already in a dark hallway, so no one told me that it was closed. So then they closed everything up, and I was still in the basement under, the shit.
Yeah.
And I was down there for like 15 more minutes. It was fucked. It sucked.
Were you yelling or what were you doing?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was sitting there. I actually turned into the guy who was stuck underground, like, I'm so scared. There were big rats and shit down there, and they were just like, meh. And I was like, meh. It sucked.
That's actually really good. I mean, that would be terrifying.
Oh my god!
How old were you?
I think I was like 11 or 12.
Oh, well, that's really bad then.
Yeah, it scarred me pretty bad. In fact, I mean, I never really experienced claustrophobia until that right there. That sucked.
That sparked a claustrophobia thing in me.
Yeah.
One time, this isn't really Halloween related, but it was scary. It was like one of those moments in your life that, I don't have a ton of those where I was absolutely terrified, but this is one where, maybe I already said this before. I doubt on the podcast.
No,
so anyway, me and this is back like when I'm like 7, 8 years old, maybe 6.
Uh-huh.
It's me, Paul, and my sister. We're running around and doing whatever on the farm or around the house, and then we go down to my grandma's garage where my cousin Paul, his parents had their camper parked in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so the door to the camper was open. It's one of those pop-up campers.
Yeah.
So anyway, you park it and then you pop it up, but it was compressed down in a box. And
so
anyway,
I do everything. Keep going.
All right, whatever that means. And then we open this door. We all climb inside. There's just enough room for us to all three of us fit in there. We close the door behind us. We can't get out.
Uh-oh.
And
you got locked in?
We were locked in there, and we're like, hey, open the door. Open the door. I can't open the door. And this is before we know swear words. I was about to say shit there, but anyway. And there's this little crack.
Oh, Jiminy Crickets. We're stuck in here now, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. This is what we got to... Yeah.
yeah. Except we weren't that composed.
This is what we got to do. We got to look around this cabin up here, in this camper. We got to look for clues on how to get out of here.
No, it was more like, help! You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, your parents go in the back and they start playing music and shit. They're just like, just to spook you out. I've had shit like that happen, but continue. Yeah.
Anyway, but we weren't in a place where anybody could hear us. My grandma wasn't going to hear us. My grandma wasn't going to come out to help us. Well, she's old. The garage door is closed, so nobody's going to hear us.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a crack in the ceiling, and I'm just like, maybe I could climb up. We could climb out through the top, and it's like, no, that's not going to work. There's no.
This does sound like kind of like a horror film.
And so we're just kicking and kicking and kicking and kicking. It was like, ah! And the whole time we're screaming at like the top of our lungs, like nonstop. We're like, help, help, oh!
Just like, okay, help!
Yeah,
get me out of here, goddamn!
Do you ever notice how like reality TV shows are using that now?
What, that?
Yeah.
Are they?
What the fuck is with that?
No.
Yeah, they're using like that for like if it's
something scary,
or if it's something that's timed, like 30 seconds or something to do something, they play that.
Really?
Yeah.
Automatically.
Not every show.
Okay, you have to get out of this room with this killer, okay? oh, Jimmy's going up. Okay. Oh, he almost got the door open. Nope. It looks like he sliced his head off. Okay. Next person coming in. Okay. Now, Lana, are you ready to do this? Now, the idea is you have to go and you have to pick lock the door, the 3 locks on the door, before this man gets at you with the chainsaw. Okay, ready? Okay, I am so ready for this. I've been waiting. Like, I love this. I've been waiting for this my whole life. Okay, Lana, here you go. Okay. Oh, looks like she's getting to the door. Okay. Oh, look at that, everyone. She got the first lock. Oh, he's turning on the chainsaw. Okay. She's struggling a little bit with the second lock. Oh my God, she got the second lock. Can you believe that? Oh my God. Okay, she's going for the third. Never mind. He chopped her head off. You know what? That's what reality TV is going to be like.
Someday when you lose all humanity, yeah.
Give it 20 years. So what happened to you guys?
Yeah.
Did you get stuck in, and then you were found 6 months later, and you were the only one alive? That's why you had to go to rehab, because you had to eat the rest because you were stuck in for so long.
Yep.
It's terrible.
No, but then
hey, it could have been worse.
Oh.
That's just what everyone always says, Like, it could have been worse.
Okay. Next, go ahead.
No. How'd you get out? I want to know how you got out.
Well, we just kept kicking and screaming and kicking and screaming, and then we kicked it, and the door opened, and we all just stopped screaming, and then we were like, oh, well, we got out of there, and then we left, and then like fucking dipshits that fucking little kids are, we're like, we're so excited about it that we have to go tell mom and dad. And then fucking mom and dad got to give us like a lecture.
And they were just
is that what happened? I think that's what.
Silence! I kill you!
Yeah, they were, you know what I mean?
Pissed off.
Like, yeah.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, mom, I did this cool thing. And she's just like, No,
Like,
that was wrong of you to do. That was wrong.
Yeah, and you want them to share, and that's not what they're for. They're there to be dicks.
Yeah.
Well, not they.
They bring you inside the house, and they're like, okay, well, you got to go in timeout, and we'll talk about this in a little bit later.
Yeah, there was no timeout.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wait a minute. Well,
I'm sorry. I'm playing around with this a little too much right now. This happened to me before. I'm like drooling right now because I have so many things to play around with. Well, so that's basically what happened, huh? So it ended up actually turning into a pretty bad horror story. Huh?
I guess so. Where'd you guys get these?
I don't fucking know, dude. Well, let's see. Here's something. Costumes we've worn. Any fun costumes that you've worn for Halloween, like when you were a kid?
I think I was like I remember back when I did like a Power Ranger one year.
Power Rangers?
Yeah. And then my parents uh my parents majorly sheltered me and like isolated me from society, so when I was a little kid, I actually was raised on like Catholic saints. So I remember one year I was like Saint Michael the Archangel or some
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Yeah. And
Little
then,
kid sitting there walking around. Well, he's got a little halo above his head and wings and shit.
yeah, and then like a sword or something. It's so gay. And then
Sword with blood on it.
yeah, with the blood, yeah. Satan, yeah. Yeah, and then there's like I was like a there's this one saint. He was actually a real person, you know.
Oh, aren't they all were? What are you talking about?
Yeah. anyway, he's actually a badass. He was this guy who was
Must
in
have been St. Peter.
No, he's not real. Well, maybe he was. No, he was real. He was. They have evidence. They have his bones. But, this guy, he like died for some other guy in the Holocaust. You know what I mean? Like there was a Jew and he was sentenced to death, and he was like, "No, don't kill me because I have a family." And so this guy was like, "Hey, kill me instead." And then we're like, "Okay." And I was him for like 1 year.
So you were like Saint
Maximilian Kolbe.
Maximilian Schwartz.
That was he wasn't a German.
What was he?
He was a Pole. He was a Polak.
So he was Maximilian Polak.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. We can't say his last name. We gotta censor it out.
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great if there's a guy actually like in Poland listening to this, and he's like, "Shit, they know now. Why are you guys saying my name? God damn it!"
And he's one of our viewers.
Yeah, definitely. Maximilian Polak. There's a shout out to you. Jesus Christ. Well, I wore a. I think one of the funnest ones I did was we've done all sorts. I 1 year I went as Captain Jack Sparrow, which was fun. Another year I went as what was his name? God, I think I went as I went as the Mummy twice in my life. I know that. And the first time, I remember it was really like fancy, like it was almost like paper mache made, and it looked really good. Like what we used, I think we used like almost what is it called? Athletes that tape shit you put on bandages. I can't think of its name.
Tape?
Gauze, almost, kind of like that.
This is for a mummy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a mummy is good.
But then I remember there was one time we did it where I think we were running late, and mom just wanted me to get out of the house with my brother and sister, so she just, brought out the toilet paper and just started. Okay, spin around, and she. that was.
Yay!
I'm a mummy.
That's you when you're a little kid.
Yay! I'm sitting there
Adorable.
running down, like looking like I just ran out of the bathroom, like. I know how to wipe my ass. Come out looking like a mummy.
Pick your teeth. Yeah, no, that didn't sound so bad. What else were you?
God. Oh, I went as Dracula 1 year.
Jeez, so you were all the big
ones.
You were all the what do you call that? Like the popular
I was the Rat Pack of villains.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you put it.
Yeah. Only the best.
Only the best touches here. So I went Michael Jackson 1 year, and no, but
yeah, okay.
I did a lot of that. I think I went as the Big Bad Wolf once, and it had these eyes that they were like these. They looked like golf ball, they looked like tennis ball sized eyes that were just like popped out of the head, and they were stitched a little badly, so that one of them was like hanging off. It was just like
probably a nice touch, huh?
Yeah, I actually wore that when we did in elementary school. We did a play to Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf, and I played as the Big Bad Wolf.
Because you had the costume?
Because I had the costume. Seems to come, that seems to work for me today, too. Since I wore the suit, hey, that's what I looked at him. I'm like, hey, I have the costume. They're like, okay, you can be the main bad guy. In that movie, I did.
Happened to have that.
Yeah.
Was it Halloween they were doing the play?
No. I just happened to have it. So that was cool.
In your locker? In your backpack? Or you carried it everywhere?
No,
I brought it in.
You gotta do planning for. There's no way you can have elementary school kids go out and improvise a play, because the already one that they've practiced for 2 months already looks like shit. No
like
matter
they
what
improv'd
you do.
it from that day.
They improv'd it.
Yeah.
And the only so yeah, I said I had it, and they put me in the part.
That's awesome.
Well,
what else were you? When did you stop trick or treating?
Like when I got a job. I love trick or treating. It was great. 1 year I went with some friends, and what we did was here's actually a story. I went as a nerdy serial killer. So I had a bow tie and everything, and I had glasses on and a top hat and everything, right? And I was gonna go meet up with these 2 girls I liked in high school that were dressed up as bunnies.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
They had the tail, they had the ears, and it was like, the suit. It was really slutty for middle school girls, but whatever.
Like Playboy bunnies or what?
No, it kind of. I never saw.
Why would it be slutty if it's a bunny?
Well, maybe my imagination. I had to put the image in my head of what, because when I got to the actual school to hang out, they never showed up. So then I ended up coming home, and I ended up hanging out with my friends who used to trick or treat all the time around here. They'd get on, they'd have a 4-wheeler, and they'd get in the trailer, and they'd go. And my friend Mike and Jake, and we ended up walking actually, and we just walked around, and that was, I think, the last year I did. And what we ended up doing is we found houses that had good candy, like big candy bars.
Yeah.
And what we would do is we'd go trick or treat. They'd give us a candy bar, then we'd run off, and then we'd trade costumes, and then we'd run back and go trick or treat until one finally, we kept going to the same house, and we'd do the whole thing, and they're like, okay, this is the last time, seriously.
They knew the whole time.
I'm sure because they just saw us change. It was just
watching you change.
We thought we were so sneaky, sitting behind the bushes in their yard, like, hey, let's do this, guy. They won't notice. Come on.
That's great.
Yeah, but I think that was the last time I actually.
I could see trick or treating right now. It wouldn't be so bad. Like right now, we could just walk around with cigars and just go up to a person's house.
Which actually brings me
trick or treat.
Actually, you know what? The last time I did was with you. Now that I think about it,
you didn't do any trick or treating.
You're right.
Like I actually did.
I played a pedophile. Remember? Okay. So a couple years back, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago now.
Oh God, that long.
Mm-hmm. It was like it was last year, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, but I came up to Joe, and I was like, Joe had his friend Sam there, and I was like, hey, let's go trick or treat. I want candy. That was what it was, and you guys were just baked off your ass, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, we weren't. I was not.
Oh, of course you weren't. You just had symptoms that looked like it. Yeah.
That looked similar.
Yeah. But you were completely fine.
I was baked at heart.
At heart, you were baked. Yes. And so what I did was I borrowed my mom's van, which is a black van with very dark tinted windows, and I take these 2 guys in. I got a box full of masks, and I threw them in the back, and I threw these 2 guys in, and I'd go driving down, following behind families. I would just see a dad with his kids, and I'd just follow behind them very slowly. And then I'd see a house I'd want, I'd be like, that one. And you guys, and you guys would be like, ugh, and you'd run across and you'd run up and you'd be like, hey, trick or treat, looking nervous as hell. And then you'd run back with candy. I'm like, hey, give me my cut, God damn it.
Give me my cut. Yeah.
And,
I want that one. That one.
And the funny part is we were doing it in Joe's hometown. So everyone he knew, and Joe was paranoid as hell. And there was this one house we got to where Sam went up and came back, but I'm like, Joe, you got to go. And Joe's like, no, I can't. I know this guy. I know him. And then the guy was like at the door, right? I saw him, and he kind of looked at us, and I like waved, and you're like, oh no, he saw me. I gotta go. We gotta go, man. I'm like, no, man, no. You have to go up and you have to say something to him now, or else he's gonna think something's weird. You're like, no, just drive, goddamn it. And I'm like, no, you gotta do this, goddamn it. Go talk to him. I'm like, you're like, no, you're fucking with me. I'm like, no, he's gonna start walking over here if you don't do something soon.
Dude, that was I forgot about that. That was so mean.
It was so great though. You were just freaking out. Oh my God, it was hilarious.
Because I worked with him, so if I
you're like, he knows.
Oh. No, well, you think everybody knows because, you know.
And, but, so I drive off, and we went off into this rich neighborhood because we thought they'd have more expensive
this
candy.
abandoned rich neighborhood. There wasn't anybody there.
It's like.
They had like emergency candy at their houses.
And I saw this one house. And it had one of those things that when you walk by it, it goes like, ah, you know what I mean? And I didn't tell these two. And I was like, I want that one. All right, I want that one. And you're like, okay. So you both go up, and I'm just watching from the car. He's like, you walk past the thing, and it goes, ah, and you went, ah! That echoed.
Do that again.
Sorry, we're out on my porch, and that echoed like a mother.
Wait a minute. Do it out that way.
Ruff!
That is awesome. You can hear it like a mile away.
I feel like we're in a mountain pass. Jesus.
Yeah, it's like
But anyway.
No, yeah, I forgot.
And you guys jumped so high.
Yeah, we both jumped at exactly.
And I think you just booked it back to the car because you were just like, oh, you were like stumbling, tripping over each other, just like, oh, we got to get out of here. Like you just robbed the place or something, and the cops are coming. It was great. But that was really my. I think that was one of my all-time memories. I think right there, that was so good. But now we have to move on to. You know what? That was kind of stories. So I'm going to jump the stories part down a little bit, so we can have a little break from that. Or should I? Since we're jumping to like a different segment, or do you just want to keep going?
I'm sorry. What?
Should I put?
Do you have more stories?
Yeah, I got more stories. Should I say this is another segment and put some music in here?
Oh, for more stories, sure.
Okay, well then, here, I'll put some Halloween music on for this. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, well then here is some Halloween music.
I am here for your heads.
Who are you?
I am the horseless headsman.
I think you mean the headless horseman.
No, I mean the horseless headsman.
How's that even scary?
Look at my head.
Have a Snickers.
Why?
Because you get confused when you're hungry. Better?
You're not you when you're hungry.
Which is
Yeah.
Halloween. I'm sorry, I love that. I can't let it go.
Can't get enough of that organ.
No, I can't. That's cool. Well, it sounds like some guy just like passes out and just falls on it. Cat's sitting there walking across. Cat's just walking across the. Hey, goddamn it! Get off that fucking thing! I told you not to go up there. Goddamn it! And then it just starts. Cat's just like, fuck you. Cat's walking across. The guy's like, hey, get down from there, goddammit. I told you not to go up there. The cat just looks at him and is just like, meow.
And then the subtitle says "fuck you." Perfect.
No, those are the notes it's playing. F U.
Yeah, there's a U. Nice.
No, sideways C, and then an actual C, and then a K. Because there's a K.
That's what he was doing.
Yeah. But we are on to the next segment,
Which is
Halloween movies.
exciting.
Scary. Do you have any Halloween movies that you loved when you were a kid? Maybe I should start this out here.
Yeah.
I have a list of them actually here. The Headless Horseman. You know the Headless Horseman? Did you ever see the one by Tim Burton?
Nope.
Scary movie. But have you seen this commercial? I love that commercial. I thought you'd like that.
Oh, it's a wonderful commercial, but I tell you, I do not want to get any more Snickers in my basket when I go trick-or-treating.
Why's that?
Because, I mean, that's all that you get all this really cheap chocolate. You know what I mean?
I guess.
It's always like the cheapest. Like, you ever get, like my sister said something to me. She said, do you like Whoppers? And I was like, no, Whoppers suck.
Whoppers do.
And he was like, yeah, what the fuck?
Whoppers just taste like acid, kind of. Like when you chew on them, they hurt your
and
throat,
they still make them.
Yeah, I mean, it's
and
like,
they still put them in kids'
who the hell eats Whoppers?
Nobody.
So
they're all in the garbage.
I guess a Malacaster Pollock's sitting there. He looks over at the jar next to his table, and it's just full of Whoppers, and he's like,
yeah. Oh, that guy. Yeah. His name's Malacaster Pollock.
Yeah. The guy we were talking about. The guy in Poland, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I already forgot.
I'm sorry. I
Okay.
got what do you call that when you get short-term memory loss? That's what it is.
Here's another one though, which isn't a commercial, but it's for a movie. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? The first film was a classic. It wasn't very bloody or anything, but it was just more played with like psychological crap. And then the second one came out, which was done by the same director, and what he did, which a lot of good horror directors do this, is they come back and they just parody their first film. You saw this in Evil Dead, and then Evil Dead 2, they parodied the first one. Just kind of making a joke out of it, and it makes it stand alone. That's how they make them stand alone. Each movie.
How does that make it stand alone if it's parodied?
Well, because if you have a horror film about the serial killer, and then you do another horror film about the same serial killer, it kind of is just retreading the same idea, and therefore it doesn't feel very natural. But if you parody it in a small way, kind of make it into a dark comedy all of a sudden, then it stands alone in that genre.
It's a different tone than the first one. It's got that more humorous, like you get the people in the theater
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, don't go in there.
Yeah.
That's what you
They play around with it.
Nice.
But this was the third one, which had nothing to do with the original director. And I got to show you this trailer. It's a minute long, so bear with me, but it's great. Sitting there, looking at a lake.
This is 3.
This is the third one, yeah. He's sitting there looking at a lake. This guy with a mullet. Sitting there in Hobbiton.
Is that Leatherface?
Some tales are told, then soon forgotten.
Sounds like the Lord of the Rings.
But a legend is forever.
Like a Excalibur coming from the water. He grabs a hand of a woman, comes out of the water and throws up this chainsaw. And then he grabs it, and then lightning strikes it when it's in the sky. And he turns around, and it's just Leatherface.
Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
You know, I'm sorry.
Now, from the producers of A Nightmare on Elm Street, the real terror begins. November 3rd.
How can we make money off of real tragedy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, why don't?
Yeah, because it was a real story.
Yeah,
that's
it was
right.
a real fucking. And you know what you should look up if you ever look up the police tape where the guy's going through the house. And he's like, you have?
No, I haven't.
Oh, look it up. It's just it's very short. What it is they're going through. They're doing this. They're doing evidence of this Texas Chainsaw Massacre that happened in this house. And so they're going through shit. And, you know, he's checking all the rooms, and they got a camera with them because this is big news, right? It's, you know, or it might just have been a camera for the police department. But in any event, they actually capture a picture of this Leatherface guy. He comes out of a room, and they can freeze it, and you can see his face.
Really?
And it's more terrifying than the movie.
Is this it?
Yeah, I think this is it. Watch it once. I don't know if maybe it's not real. Maybe I'm going.
The film which you are about to see is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of 5 youths. It is all the more
Is this the one?
in that they were
Yeah,
young.
I think so.
But had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see, as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. For them, an idyllic summer afternoon became a nightmare.
See, I know nothing about the actual.
For 30 years, the
Other than
files
the
collected
movie,
dust
that's what
in
seems
the Cold
just-
Cases Division of the Travis County Police
I don't
Department.
want to be a douche, but I mean that's what seems so wrong about it to me. They make 3 of them. You know what I mean? And
Over
they're almost
1,300.
Well, the first one.
was probably more serious, huh?
Yeah, it was a look. It was like because they do stuff like this all the time. They say based off a true story, but this one was much more based off the actual what could have happened. And it was a guy really playing around with the story, which I can't get mad at him for that.
Right.
The second one was kind of a parody of it, where he was just taking the characters, which I can't get mad at him for that really either, because he was just working with what he's got. The thing is like once these
Pieces of
films
evidence
start
were
to jump
collected
up
from
to
the
like
crime scene at the
3,
Hewitt
4,
residence.
5, 6, you know, it's just money grabs and it gets ridiculous. I'm gonna jump this forward a little bit more.
It's 3:47 p.m. Location is the
This is
Hewitt
it.
residence on Route 17. It's where victim 1 was found. We're going to do a walkthrough.
Yeah,
and,
here it
we're now
is.
descending the stairs
Coming.
into the furnace room.
Did I turn this down?
No, it's not that bad.
There's over here. There's
Is it right here?
marks
No,
on the wall, there's some over here.
you'll see it when it comes.
along here, and
damn it, you
there's
got me
something
in.
over here. Seems
This is real. Remember, this is the real guy.
caught
I almost
hair
want
Yeah.
embedded
I'm trying to
in the
back up a little bit more because I hate
No,
headphones.
get up there.
No, I ain't gonna get any.
Full screen it. Full screen it.
No,
Come on, Halloween.
It's too much. It's too much.
Come on, man. Halloween. Full screen.
No, I
I'm
can't.
fucking full
No,
screen.
don't. Okay, well I gotta set it down then. Hi.
Look out. You got it? All right. This is the actual furnace room going into.
Is it the actual
Where are
one
they?
or the replica?
Traded. Got a bit of a jump there. Got it?
What?
Come
What
on
is he
back
still
here.
alive?
The crime scene was not properly secured by Travis County Police. 2 investigating officers were fatally wounded that day. This is the only known image of Thomas Hewitt, the man they call Leatherface. The case today still remains open.
God damn it, dude.
Is that real?
Oh my god.
Or do you think that's fake?
I don't know.
Listen to that sound. That sound doesn't sound. I think they might have added that sound to
What?
embellish it. Did you hear the sound? It was like, "Rah!" You know what I mean? Like, do it again. No,
Is this from the actual movie?
no, this isn't from the.
Embedded fingernail.
I think this is from the. Maybe this is from the movie. Did you see the first movie?
Oh. Look out. You got it?
God damn, dude, this is scary as shit.
I think this might
This
be
is
real.
The actual furnace room going into. Where
I
the
hope this is fake.
suspected
This
traded.
is scary as fuck, dude.
Got a bit of a jump there.
A little bit of a jump.
They didn't properly secure the crime scene.
Come on back here. Follow me.
crime scene was not properly secured by Travis County Police. 2 investigating officers were fatally wounded that day.
Dude, I don't know, man. I feel like they could have made that, but I'm wondering if this is like the beginning of the. Oh, dude, oh god,
Find out if that's real.
dude. Now we're getting sidetracked majorly. God damn. Yeah, you're. Hold on. I gotta look up see if this is real.
I think it's real. Maybe I'm gullible. Look at the comments once.
Maybe sometimes I'm gullible. Oh, maybe the comments would say. Why not send FBS Russia? Why not fucking blow up the whole house? Why not use tear gas? Why not send in RoboCop or Chuck Norris? Okay. This is scary, but sadly not a real story. Thank fucking God. The real story had no chainsaw, no Texas, but the real story was based off of a lot of these movie scenes.
What? Oh, so this is from the movie?
I think so. No, it's real, trust me. That guy in the big sunglasses is my uncle. Man.
Google it once.
Yeah. Okay. We got to keep going.
Because why would they say that? Well, they say, like, this is the only known photograph of the guy. I think that might be authentic. Then again, it would be pretty awesome if it was. Be a little bit too awesome, you know what I mean?
It'd be awesome. And here's the guy who's like, I don't like that they're making movies about the real thing, but it's awesome that videotape that these cops made where they got brutally murdered.
Listen to me. All I know is that they make videos like that all the time, where it's like, you know, like the paranormal activity, or like all of a sudden the camera falls, you know, and then it cuts and it's gone, but it's almost always fake. Here's a case where it could be real. It probably isn't, but I don't know.
Voiceover explains. Man, I was wondering if the footage was genuine. It was freaky. I never thought twice about it though. I was under the impression it was fake. Pretty sure it was fake. Yeah, I like the original. Okay, so it looks like that was in the remake.
The what?
That was in the remake they did.
Of that's the movie?
Yeah, they remade it. So maybe that would make sense. Okay. I'm saying that it's fake.
Yeah.
God, but it worked though. That was cool. That was spooky as fuck, man. I was like covering my ears. I was holding my knees up and I was like
But then they showed actual footage of the funeral, didn't they? Of the funerals?
Yeah.
Do you think they just reenacted that?
Yeah, I believe they did.
Why would they do that?
Dude, why not? It's intense. It makes you scared and makes you think like it makes you think that something like this could actually happen. That's scary as shit, dude. Oh. Well, I guess we should keep going on here.
All right.
Let me go on my Halloween movies I got here. Jumping off of that, so I don't get too spooked out here because we're sitting right. All we need is for like a coyote to run by right now, and I'd lose my shit. And I'd be like, "Oh shit!" But I got some movies here for people to check out that are just fun Halloween movies to watch. I got Trick or Treat, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Have you seen that?
Ooh, I watched it with you.
Yeah, that's right. That's a great one. I love that. Just Nightmare Before Christmas. You ever seen that?
Don't like it.
How come? Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't like claymation because it looks so shitty to me.
That's right.
Cabin in the Woods, Pontypool, and Evil Dead series.
Don't know any of those.
Well, Evil Dead is just fun, campy. Pontypool is about something like a zombie outbreak's going on, but it takes place inside a recording studio, a radio show host. And he's talking to like the weather guy, and he's talking to all these people, and they're getting information of a zombie attack happening in their town. It's actually fucking intense, but it's really awesome. Kind of like what we're going to be like someday.
Someday.
stuck in somewhere where there's like some killer coming around the studio trying to kill us.
I die first.
You would die.
Spoiler.
First. No, I feel like I would die first, even though I say that I wouldn't.
You think that I could? You think I could keep the movie going?
But you're the pure one. Me, I'm like
the pure one gets killed.
No, the pure one always makes it.
What?
Yeah.
No, the one with the grit, the hero, makes it. And then he's got the sorrow of losing other people that drives him forward.
The grit, the true grit.
Fill your hand full of lead.
The one who's the hero, as you say.
Protagonist.
The protagonist. You know what? That brings me to another thing. So you did not like The Thing because you thought it looked really crappy, right?
Yeah.
That was something I wanted to look up. If you guys haven't seen the original Thing, look it up. It is great. I want to show you the scene, and I want to hear you say that this looks shitty. Okay, watch this. There's the hero over there. Oh, gets his hands ripped off. Look at this. This is all practical effects, dude. All of this.
Just it. It's disgusting, Peter.
Yeah, I know, but
fucking disgusting. It's not scary.
You said no. It's
I'm
scary.
not about disgusting. I'm about scary.
But you said that.
And you know, I just realized the real reason I didn't like this movie, the real one, I don't like the actor.
You don't like Kurt Russell?
No.
See,
I never liked Kurt Russell.
I'll admit, I don't like a lot of crap Kurt Russell's in. I'll admit that.
Remember that movie where he was the hockey coach?
You didn't like Miracle?
No, maybe I did. I forget. But I don't like him in this.
I don't.
No, I don't. Well, he just looks like I don't know. I don't like him.
I loved him in this because he reminds me of my uncle.
Well, I don't have an uncle who looks like him. So.
My uncle looks just like him, but just older now. But yeah. And I imagine like this is what my uncle would always be like in this situation.
Just flamethrower.
He's badass. He'd be a badass. That's what he'd be. All right, there you go. That's what I got for that. You lame ass. Do you have any good Halloween movies that you love?
Any
good ones?
Any features?
Any sort of films? Scary ones? Maybe some spooks? Maybe just a thriller? Going with the gore? maybe it's just more tense than anything.
I know a good horror movie. Throw some names at me, huh?
Dude, I don't know.
It isn't a good one.
Yeah, that's
No,
pretty good. It just didn't end very well, but
well, that's important. So,
Jesus.
What else is there?
That's the most important part.
The Shining wasn't really that great.
Oh, dude.
The Shining, it's not. The Shining's better as more like as a thriller type. I guess The Shining's a little intense when he gets locked in that like food freezer.
No, I thought just the fact that he's losing his mind. Like you just see like that scene where it just goes like Thursday and then the next.
What the fuck?
Who's
that?
Holy shit.
Hey, your mom?
No.
Oh, you doing shit to me, aren't you?
No.
You douche.
Dude. Hold on, people. My door just like jumped open and then closed a little.
God damn it. Hold
on, everyone. Hopefully they don't hear us die like they did. Hold on. That was my cat. My cat actually pushed the door open a little bit. God.
That was sick.
My cat was just like, I'm going to scare these motherfuckers.
That was a nice touch for the Halloween.
Oh, God. No kidding. Holy shit. I just like I just shit myself like 2 times.